shot a whole video, and to be honest, it became so confusing even for me that I decided not to upload. So yeah, this is take two, and I'm not going to like do in the previous manner that I did, which was like 17 minutes, and I'm going to quickly get to the point and say what I need to say. That's it. It will be not like a still video, it will be like lot of shaking, but hopefully I make the point what I'm about to make. Yeah, with that, let's start. So yeah, this is my Windows machine and this is my Linux machine. Many of you as already know. Ignore this because this is not in today's content. But yeah, so I got a question for myself that why people still prefer a Windows machine than rather than a Linux machine. And even I am using Linux as my primary. Sorry, Windows as my primary. Even though the Linux is my system that I do the majority heavy lifting. By that I mean my system that do the 3D printing and all, it's completely dependent upon this laptop currently. But for like gaming and all, I do Linux. Well, the partial reason is the developer don't design the games like especially where, like, let me go to the Steam, like Jedi of the Fallen Order. If you want to play this game, bro, good luck in Linux. But in Windows it does work. Yeah, nowadays Linux is like supported much more than Windows, but still it's sparse. But what's Linux best for? Like old laptop, like this is a very old laptop. It's i5 3rd gen laptop and it has a modest 8 GB RAM. But if you see this laptop, currently it's idling at 2.2 GB. Actually it's not idling because some things are going in background, but it Linux like it idles at 1.4 GB and to 3 GB last idle. I'm saying worst case scenario. But if you just go and see the same thing in Windows, boy, it's idling at my half of my RAM. Actually, partial reason is because Fusion is also running. But even if I close the Fusion, cut. Okay, so yeah, so let it go down. But the point here is Linux is good, but if you want to use it on your PC, then I won't recommend it. If you are starting, I would definitely recommend if you have some laptop and you want to like fasten it or like adventurous, or you want to make your life miserable, that's one way of putting, then go for Linux. If you want like modest miserability, go for Ubuntu. If you want like highest miserability, I would recommend my personal favorite, the one I used for 4 years, Arch Linux. This is the best Linux if you want to learn the Linux and of course lose sleep, lose friends, and potentially lose some of the interactions, I would say. But this is still the best. But if you want like to just have a system without much troubles and that performs similar to Mac and is similar to installing Windows, then go for our Ubuntu. No one can beat Ubuntu in the user experience and installability. But if you want like to experience true Linux, I would recommend for going Arch. You can of course go for barebone Linux, but bro, that's a command language, then you're not getting GUI. But if you go for Ubuntu, like I would say it's pretty good system. For my 2014 laptop, it's performing like anything, and this laptop in good condition and new you can get for renewed for 14 or 12,000 rupees. I won't say buy old laptop, but if you are going to buy a laptop below 40,000, I would recommend go for a refurb laptop that doesn't have a dedicated GPU. I mean just CPU, like business grade ThinkPad T series or L series. Don't go for P series because I had the experience where GPU failed in 10 days. So T series or T series or L series is the way. But if you are building a custom PC, then I would recommend you go for like, if you have specs that can support Windows, go for Windows. But if you have a Dell Optiplex, yeah, Linux is the best, because at any OEM system, at any day Linux will work better than Windows, because any curveball you throw, like if you want to run a 1996 software, well, it has already got you covered. As for example, I can show you if I just go and type pinball. Okay, spelling mistake, typo error, pinball. See this pinball, remember? Hopefully you can remember, but I do remember. See this pinball? This is not supported in Windows anymore, but this freaking Linux has it. Not even this, even if you try searching 1998 software, you will find it running like Soviet time software you can run on Linux, but you cannot run on Windows because you have like drivers problem, this problem, that problem. So if you want to experiment, go with Linux, and if you have old hardware and want to increase its life, go with Linux. And Linux has tools like LibreOffice and everything free built in, you don't have to pirate. But if you have money, Windows is the thing. And if you want like to do some software rendering and all, go for Linux, because it gives the most system resources to the software needed. Because see, it's idling at 2.2 GB. Actually, if I close this all, it will go down because Libre and all are running now in background. And see, system is almost idle. It's so idle that okay, fan is spinning now, but my fan like spins and rests, and even though I removed this ideal cooling system, but it still works like charm. So my point is, Linux is like AMD. Yeah, you have problem, but it's the best bang for buck. And Windows is like Intel. Yeah, it has a good name, but it has problems, and the problems are like they are there. You don't feel it, it's fine, but when you feel it, then you are screwed. That's why I went with a 12 series processor than 13 series, because I saw too many posters of Linux processor failing. So you will have problems with Linux, but best performance Linux, best stability Windows. So with that, yeah, I will finish my video because it's 7 minutes, and attention span of you guys is, I don't think you will stay for 7 minutes for my confusing talk. So let's finish it.